Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Busey, your dream, our promise. Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette. I'm joined now by Brooke McDonnell and Steve Baldwin. They're here from the Conservation Foundation, so welcome.
Hi, Jane. How are you?
Thank you, Jane.
Oh, good to have you here. So I'm going to start right out with you, Brooke. Give us the mission of the Conservation Foundation and why it's important to the Naperville area.
Sure. Well, the Conservation Foundation, we're a private not-for-profit, been around for nearly 50 years, and we work throughout the Chicagoland suburbs. And our mission is to help park and forest preserve districts make more parks and forest preserves. And so we do that by bringing private money to the table and leveraging the private dollars with the public dollars to do more and to make it a good deal for the taxpayer. We also work a lot on cleaning up our rivers and streams and educating the public. And we feel it's important in Naperville and throughout the region because we know when we have open space, that helps improve our quality of life and helps build healthy communities.
Yeah.
And it gives us clean water, clean air. It gives us places to enjoy nature and wildlife. And we all know we need to pass on something better to future generations.
How true is that, right? I mean, it just does. I mean, when you're outside, particularly on a day like we've had today, it's just glorious. It's wonderful to be in the great outdoors.
It just makes you feel better.
It does, absolutely. There's a whole mental health component that goes with it. So,
yes.
Steve, talk a little bit, if you would, about some of the programs and services that the Conservation Foundation offers and how people can get involved with those.
No, absolutely. I mean, we always encourage volunteers. You know, it's very, very important. We have over 500 volunteers a year that work with the foundation, tremendous. But the two programs I think that are very applicable to the folks in Naperville is we have one program called Conservation at Home. And that program itself is, we have members of our team that go to your home, whether there's, we're redoing some landscaping, we want native plants installed, water gardens, rain barrels, so all of that. So Conservation at Home is certainly something that it's growing. It's certainly a big, big part of what we do. And then the other program itself is it's a shareholder co-op called the CSA. And for some folks who may not be familiar with the CSA, it's community supported agriculture, and a lot of people know it's a 60-acre farm that we are at with the Conservation Foundation. 40 of it is farms. It's a farm that the CSA, so 75 different vegetables, all organic, all locally grown. So the folks from Naperville can come, they actually can see where their vegetables are grown, and then weekly, bi-weekly, people buy into a share, and they can come and pick up the vegetables as part of the Green Earth Harvest, which is a program of the Conservation Foundation.
That's wonderful. And I'm not sure that I was really aware that you could actually come to my house and give me tips and tactics on how I could make my whole garden more conservation friendly. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we're really a community-based organization. And whether you live in Naperville or Wheaton or wherever, if you want to invite nature to your yard, or if you want to make your yard and your landscaping more environmentally friendly, we'll come and help you.
Yeah, that's terrific. And then I could also get the organic vegetables if I wanted to go buy into a share, which is nice.
Absolutely.
Now, Brooke, you do a lot of work. I mean, your whole organization is very collaborative in nature. So tell us a little bit more about how you work with different partners and agencies to kind of further your mission.
Sure. I mean, you can't do anything good by yourself anymore. That's just not the way life is. And certainly if you're an organization serving the public like the Conservation Foundation, you have to collaborate with others. So we work very collaboratively with park districts and municipalities. We have a community partnership with the city of Naperville and the Naperville Park District. We work with the forest preserve districts throughout the region and 6 different counties and various park districts. We work with private businesses, corporations. A lot of corporations are now looking at developing their landscape in a more environmentally friendly way, so we work with them on that. And we work with other not-for-profit organizations too. And so we're very collaborative in what we do. We're a coalition building organization. And like I said, you can't be impactful anymore if you try to do things by yourself.
Yeah, and I think that, that whole idea of starting something and doing it independently as opposed to working with an organization like yours, it certainly amplifies it,
exactly.
Right? Talk a little bit, if I were somebody who was thinking about coming with you or volunteer or participating, why is that so important for me as an individual that you are so collaborative.
Well, you get then to, by joining the work we do, you're able to amplify your impact.
Okay.
And again, it gets back to, yes, we can do wonderful things by ourselves. I can put in a rain garden, I can install some rain barrels on my home, and I can have a small impact where I live. But if thousands of people are doing that, then that impact is much greater. And that's the kind of impact we need if we're going to change what's going on our landscape. So by getting involved, you might be able to have a little impact by yourself, but if you're part of a bigger network of people, individuals doing small things, it's that collective impact that I think really makes a difference. So, and it makes people feel good because they know there's something, they're doing something that's bigger than themselves.
Yeah, and I would imagine too, you get the sense of teamwork. Many hands make light work, as the old saying used to go, and many hands usually have a better outcome, right, than just a few together.
And we find that then people meet other people that have similar interests. And I mean, I can give you several examples of where we pulled volunteers together to work on projects, and people didn't even know each other until they got there, and then they become long-term friends because the people they meet are interested in the same kind of things they're interested in. So I think there's a social component to it that's also very important.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I think I'm a gardener, and I'm always drawn to other people who are gardeners because there's a language that you speak and things that you enjoy and you can appreciate, right?
Right.
Yeah. Steve, you're in advancement, so let's talk a little bit about how you, as the Conservation Foundation, need to move forward in terms of being able to preserve and further the work that you're doing for the generations to come.
Absolutely, and you said it with the teamwork statement, and what's so important is we could all do definitely compost, get outside, go on hikes, enjoy yourself, recycle, all of those things. But specifically, we are a nonprofit, and we're a 501c3. So what that pretty much means is over 80% of the way we operate comes from private donations. And so certainly, when we talk about coming together, and it's so important. Realistically, we have over 5,000 members. So what we do, and to become a member of the Conservation Foundation, of course, you can visit our website, you can come by to the farm, whatever you want to do. But 5,000 people strong, and what that does is that assists us in obviously raising funds, awareness, and advancing the mission of the organization. So certainly encourage that piece to be a little bit more on that philanthropic side by supporting the work we do. Because as you said, we're certainly we're in the every continuing business of generations to come for what we're doing now. So I would certainly encourage membership.
Well, and everything that we do in life, unfortunately, will cost some money. So, but it's an investment. It's an investment in the future. It's an investment in the environment.
It's a great way to say it.
Investment in our planet, and then ultimately ourselves. Right.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
well, thank you, and I wish you all the best. Continued good harvest to you.
Thank you.
If you would like to find out more about the Conservation Foundation, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.